Hi guys, Cargrash here, and today I'm bringing you that follow-up video that I said I was going to with the Hello Hobby and Prismacolor technique markers. Now, I kept trying to think what I wanted to draw to compare the two, and I've been kind of sitting on it for a couple of days now, and I felt I really needed to, actually finish up with this, so instead of drawing something myself, I went and printed out something that had equal proportions, so I could be fair to them. And I'm gonna try and be fair and not pick colors that obviously aren't in both sets. So like, I can see there's a nice green between the two of them. There's some nice blues and some purples and whatnot. So I'll probably use those to help color in the fish, but obviously it'd be kind of unfair if one had like the nice crimson red here, the brown color in it. So like I said, I'm gonna try and be a little fair on that. But yeah, I'm just gonna color these two in. I think I'm gonna keep them, the same. The Hello Hobby fish is gonna be up here, Prismacolor technique down here, and we'll see how this goes. Now I did get this out of a coloring book, and it is now on the cardstock paper, the 110 nice cardstock paper I got. Is from this book here. Just Add Ink Adult Tattoo Coloring Book. Has a lot of interesting designs in it. And I saw this one, I was like, that'll work for a comparison video. Or, comparison video would be the best way to put it. And once I get done coloring them, I did forget in my swatch video to see how well they handle like going over fine liners and stuff like that. So I have a few different fine liners I can test out here, and we'll see how all that goes. Alright, but for now, let's get into the coloring. Okay, so that's one out of the two fish done. And right away I can tell you that I know on camera it's kind of giving it like a blue cast here, because this purple is a lot more vibrant in person. I don't know if there's going to be a good way of capturing that for you guys. I'll try and overlay a color corrected version in the edit. But yeah, it looks really good. It didn't bleed the pigment any, like it didn't bleed the ink. Like I was kind of worried because this is kind of fresh off of the printer, so the ink, while maybe not formulated specially to do this, works well on printed off pieces of artwork. So yeah, plus on that. Oh, and another thing kind of in their favor is that the Hello Hobby markers are only, I believe the sign said $12.97. I know I said in my last video that I thought they were both about $20, but I was mistaken. That's kind of what happens when you forget to take notes on how expensive your materials are. So yeah, for $12 it'd be about 13 and some odd change, $13 some odd change for 12 count of alcohol markers are this good. I think they're well worth the price. It is very, very much like a vibrant kind of basics colors, so I don't know how much depth you could get with all the colors. I am not that skilled with alcohol markers to be able to make a whole bunch of stuff with that, but for $13 as like a starter set, you can't really go wrong with that, honestly. So that was the Prismacolor technique. They've felt about the same. The colors are a little different. This pink, it looks very pink in real life, but on camera it looks very orange. I will once again try and get a nice, color corrected image up in during the video, but they felt very similar. I did notice that, like, in the frills here for this one, that it looked like it started to pull up the ink a little bit. So I don't know if that's just a fault of my printer or if the ink doesn't play nice with printer ink. I don't know. But overall, it was they were very nice to work with. They had a nice ink flow. But they were $20, and you only get the I think it's 10 colors. One, two, three, four, five. 1, 2, yeah, 10 colors for $20. So $2 a marker. And supposedly they run dry fast. I don't know. Obviously, I got through this just fine, and they were still pretty juicy feeling, so could be a thing. They also don't have the, like crimson red, the nice red kind of color that most, I don't say every artist needs or wants a red, but I know for a kind of like a primary or basic set, a red is usually pretty helpful. Instead, they have 2 purples. So yeah, they're all right. They get the job done. I would definitely say between the 2, I would probably go for the Hello Hobby ones. I probably actually should. What's the back look like? Did it bleed through it? Nope, no. So yeah, if they're basically the same, pigments felt about the same, they felt the same kind of gliding across the paper to me. The colors are a little different, granted, and some color options aren't even available in one or the other. I would say your best bet is to actually go with these guys, if you can find them. I'm not going to say every Walmart has them, but yeah, if you can get a hold of them and you're wanting to try out markers for a reasonably affordable price, not a bad one to start off with. I do hope that they eventually, add to the color selection there. There's only 12 markers. It's not a lot to go with, but you know what? It's not too bad. So, kind of on a final grade scale, I'd have to say the Hello Hobby for a nice solid 8 out of 10. And the Prismacolor technique were about a 6 out of 10. They're alright, but at that price point, considering you can get so many more, I'm gonna leave it about there. And once again, sorry for getting back to you guys so late on this. Like I said, I wanted to draw something, and I just couldn't think of something to draw. Oh yeah, and I guess one last thing, if you guys will hold on a moment. Alright, I'm back. Had to get a few materials because we're doing some fine liner testing. Now, pretty sure most people are familiar with this one. It's a micro fine liner brush pen. Well, maybe they're not familiar with the brush pen, but the Micron fine liner. Brain didn't want to work there for a moment. We have the Tombow Fudenosuke pen. It's one I've been really getting into as of late. It's been working really well. It's what I've kind of been using right with. I like the feel of it. So then there are the Prismacolor Premier ones. You can get these in at Walmart for a little 4-pack. Has a brush. Should probably get that out. Now, since we're kind of working with the whole brush theme here. And another you can get at Walmart is the Hello Hobby fineliner pens. These guys usually sit like a peg or two apart from the alcohol markers, so they kind of know what they're doing with them. And they come in, and there's 12 of them in there. They go from really fine all the way up to brush here, and apparently they have chisel tip and stuff like that. So yeah, got an assortment here. I know another like fine liner that's not here that a lot of people like to use is stuff like the Sharpies, but I've never been really good with Sharpies. They've always seemed to bleed a lot for me, so to each their own, I guess. But yeah, I figure we should. This kind of lets me do two things at once. Test out some fine liners and how well they handle my new markers. And it lets me kind of show off my fine liners a little bit. Here, let me get the green. Okay. Prismacolor Premier and the Hello Hobby. Ooh, that looks really nice. So like, I guess this will also be like a little mini review of the Hello Hobby fine liner. Oh, I actually really like that. Just gonna do a nice simple stripe or line. Put that to the side. Did it bleed through? That looked like a lot of ink was coming out of the brush there. No, it didn't. Okay. And then the Prismacolor has a much finer tip to it. Don't worry, we're gonna go over with these markers here soon. Look about the same. I should probably mark them too. Might help. Oop. Hobby. Prismacolor. The Tombow one. I forget if this is the harder or softer nib, but that doesn't really seem to matter much. Well, I guess we'll just put T for Tombow. And the micron. Ooh, that actually... the others you could kind of feel going across the paper. That felt really smooth. It was interesting. M for micron. Alright, so I should probably give these. I'll try and be fair. Give these ample amounts of time to dry. I have the fan going, that's why I'm kind of hoping to give them a little bit longer. All right. So Hello Hobby over Hello Hobby. It doesn't look like it's picking up any of the color. Hello Hobby over the Prismacolor. Looks good. Over the Tombow. Tombow Fudinos. I'm probably mispronounced. Yeah, this might just be a wash of an experiment. which means you could use any of them, which is great, actually. Just means I have a lot more options for either of these. Yeah, it doesn't seem to be picking up the pigment and moving it at all. That's good. Let's see with the Prismacolor. Yeah, no. Nope. Nope. Yeah, no. Okay. Guess the little experiment just proves that most fine liners are pretty good. So, yeah. And in that comparison, I believe the Prismacolor I picked up for like $6, and it has the 4. It was like 6 something would change, and then the Hello Hobby one I want to say it was like $8 or $9, but I can't remember exactly. But you do get 12 of them, so that's just something to keep in mind, and they look really nice. Let me see if I can get this a little closer, a little clearer for you, because the camera doesn't like me for whatever reason. Yeah, on camera it kind of looks like this one might have bled a little bit, and maybe this one too, but in person you can kind of see that they haven't really budged the ink at all, actually, so just overall really nice. I'll kind of keep to my numbers there. So thank you guys for watching, and I hope to see you all again next time. Goodbye.